looking at it's like I woke up. It's like my bubble popped, you know? It's just like I'm in class and I'm sitting with the kids and I'm just not eager and I'm just not caring and I'm just kind of just like, life sucks. People die. Like, I didn't even know people died last week, and now
you do.
Now I know, you know, and I just never saw like school the same after that. And surprisingly, that's when I started struggling academically too. Well, not surprisingly, but I struggled academically for like years after that because it was just a sense of like, I really don't care about this. Like, I'm just here and I'm sitting down and kind of learning, kind of not, because class is disruptive and there's so many students and what are we learning this for anyways, you know? So like being that eager student, you know, from preschool and just being like, you know, answering and this and that, and then now, you know, becoming that serious student that just kind of like stays quiet and accepts that I'm here.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I do a lot of work to try to make sure that my kids can stay kids.
Yeah. What is that? The instant cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll catch myself getting in this spot where I'm like, no, don't do that because you gotta be on point. And you can't do this because you gotta watch out for the people that might kidnap you. But I'm like, sometimes you just gotta let them be oblivious because you don't want to overload them and you don't want to rob them of their time of being oblivious. Because that's bliss, you know. As a kid, you get to be a kid and you get to not worry about the pressures of the world. Right. And now, I don't want my kids to be totally, you know, unaware. I don't want them to be food.
Right.
I don't want them to just be walking around just naive. But, you know, there's a balance there, and that's why I try to keep it because exactly what you're talking about. Once the kids' bubble is popped and they're like, oh, and they're like aware of what's going on.
Suddenly space is like actually tangible. Yeah. You're like, this is a room. Like before, everything just felt like you were just floating forever.
Yeah,
you
you're
know?
like, you're just going to class and running to the car after school. Like now it becomes, you know, you're worried about other people's feelings and how you relate to the world. And, and that was my experience the whole way. Yeah. I don't know what popped my bubble.
Too,
You're saying it probably was the death of your sister, and that makes a lot of sense. But for me, I'm not quite sure what it was. But I do know I've been feeling the same way that I feel today since I can remember.
Yeah.
And that's not easy.